We live in an era of constant change. Everything moves too fast. Work, relationships, core values, even the way we perceive ourselves. Every day, we face new challenges and subtle pressures creeping into our minds. The fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of losing what we have. We are more connected, yet we feel more alone than ever. Amidst this current, we sometimes realize we are being swept away without knowing why. The more we try to control everything, the more exhausted we become. On the outside, things might seem peaceful, but inside is an anxiety and an emptiness hard to name. In those moments, we ask ourselves, how can I maintain composure amidst a life full of changes? How can I live more strongly, with more self-mastery and clarity? This is not just a question for one person. 2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius maintained his tranquility even on the fierce battlefield. And Epictetus, a slave who couldn't choose where he was born, still mastered how he lived. Two contrasting individuals, yet both realized a timeless truth. We cannot control the external world, but we can always control how we react to it. That key is Stoicism, the art of helping people find stability amidst change, freedom amidst pressure, and peace amidst chaos. Today, join me in exploring 7 Stoic strategies to train your mind, master your emotions, and gradually elevate your life from within yourself. 1. Make yourself a priority. There are times in life when we find ourselves living for everything except ourselves. Work, responsibilities, relationships, the expectations of others, all seem to drag us away from our own center. We wake up and are immediately swept into the vortex of must do, must try, must meet. By the end of the day, we are exhausted. Not because we did too much, but because we have no energy left to turn inward. The Stoics understood that when we stop taking time for ourselves, the mind gradually becomes chaotic. The busier we are, the easier it is to lose clarity and balance. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "A healthy mind illuminates the right action." Therefore, prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It is a way for us to keep our minds clear, stable, and to live with more purpose every day. Start with the small things. Spend a few quiet minutes in the morning, breathe deeply, and write down what you want to focus on for the day. Allow yourself to rest without feeling guilty. Learn to listen to your body and emotions instead of constantly chasing what others expect. When you make time for yourself, you are learning to master your energy, attention, and the direction of your life. And this self-care is not only internal, it's also reflected in how you present yourself to the world. Stoics don't boast, but they understand that external demeanor reflects internal order. When you choose to dress neatly, walk confidently, maintain steady eye contact, and speak calmly, you don't do it to impress, but to remind yourself that you deserve respect. Appearance, style, gaze, they are all ways you express self-mastery. A person who takes care of themselves is a person who knows how to protect their energy and self-confidence. They don't need to prove anything because their composure itself is their strength. Take a moment to reflect. How many times have you put your own needs last? How many times have you said, "I'm fine," while feeling uneasy inside? Prioritizing yourself doesn't make you selfish. It makes you wiser, stronger, and calm enough to live true to what truly matters. 2. Stay calm in chaos. Perhaps all of us have experienced that feeling. When a careless word makes us angry, a small matter causes us to overreact, followed by hours of regret. We wish we had stayed silent, waited a few more minutes, or said something different. But once emotions explode, we know we've lost the most important thing: self-mastery. Anger often comes quickly, but its consequences linger for a long time. It can cause a relationship to fracture, an opportunity to slip away, or make us feel ashamed of ourselves. When emotion leads, we are no longer the one acting. We are only reacting. And that reaction often pushes us far away from what we truly want. The Stoics view such moments as a test of the mind, because the world will always be chaotic. People, work, adversity, everything can change at any moment. But there is one thing you can control: your own reaction. Epictetus once said, "It is not the events that disturb people, but their view of them." This saying is not just a philosophy, but a strategy for maintaining peace of mind amidst a turbulent life. Try to recall the last time you lost your composure. At that moment, did you feel stronger or weaker? Did the emotion lead you to act more wisely, or did it make you apologize later? Anger always makes us believe we are in control. But in fact, it is when we lose control the most. The Stoics practice composure as an art. They don't try to extinguish emotions, but learn to see through them. When facing stress, they don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" but ask, "How can I respond so that this does not control me?" It is in that stillness that we clearly see what truly matters and what is merely a temporary challenge. Staying calm in chaos is a form of quiet strength. When others are disoriented, the composed person becomes the anchor for everyone. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "If any external thing causes you distress, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your own judgment about it." Calmness doesn't mean being emotionless. It means knowing what is worthy of your reaction. And when you can do that, you are not just mastering your emotions. You are truly mastering your life. 3. Set your course. There are times when we move constantly, work ceaselessly, and strive relentlessly. Yet deep down, we still feel lost. It's not because we lack effort, but because we don't truly know where we're going. We chase goals praised by others, money, fame, recognition, only to one day realize we've drifted away from the values that once brought us peace, sincerity, kindness, and the simple joy of living authentically. The Stoics believed that a life without direction is no different from a ship without a compass. No matter how fast it sails, it will only circle in the vast sea. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Let your reason and your values be your guide." Because the world outside will always change. Only the principles within can help us stand firm amidst all volatility. Try to pause and ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What makes me proud, even when no one is watching? When you are honest with this question, the path ahead will become clearer. It's not about eliminating ambition, but about knowing where to direct your ambition toward what is worthy. Guiding your life is not about drawing up a perfect plan, but about living truthfully according to your core values. If you value integrity, let every decision reflect that. If you cherish kindness, don't lose it, no matter how harsh the world gets. When your values become your compass, you won't need to ask, "Am I going the right way?" because every step you take is already meaningful. Remember, the wind may change direction, but a ship with a purpose will always know how to adjust its sails. Life is the same. We can't control the storms, but we can choose our own direction. And sometimes, returning to your true values is not a step backward, but a return to the right path. The Stoics don't seek the easy way. They only seek the right way, because they understand that a life with clear direction, though full of challenges, is 1,000 times more tranquil than a life that doesn't know where it's going. 4. Make your stand. There will be times in life when you are put in a situation to choose between what is right and what is easy. Between following the crowd for acceptance or holding on to your principles and accepting that you may walk alone. Moments like these are never comfortable. They make you hesitate, fear judgment, and fear being left behind. But it is precisely then that your true character is most clearly revealed. Upholding your values is not rigidity, but the courage to live according to what you believe. The Stoics believe that a person's character is measured not by their words, but by how they act when no one is watching. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If what you are doing is right, do not worry about what others think." True worth does not need validation. It just needs to be maintained. How many times have you nodded in agreement when your heart disagreed? How many times have you stayed silent just to keep the peace, even though it made you feel like you were betraying yourself? Each time, you lose a small part of your self-respect and gradually forget your inner voice. People don't lose themselves in one grand moment, but through countless small compromises every day. Upholding your values doesn't mean fighting against the world. It means standing firm within it. You can listen to others' opinions, but don't let them obscure your moral compass. Respect everyone, but don't trade your self-respect. A tree only grows tall when its roots are deep. Humans are the same. You are only truly strong when you stand firmly on the foundation of your values. And sometimes, standing alone is not loneliness. It is a sign that you are on the right path. The Stoics don't need the world to agree with them. They only need to know that, no matter how things change, they will still act in accordance with their conscience. Because ultimately, a person's greatest strength is not in conquering the world outside, but in the ability to not lose themselves. 5. Show respect to everyone. In life, we will encounter all types of people, the polite and the rude, the humble and the arrogant, those we admire and those who annoy us. The human instinct is to treat people based on our feelings. Be kind to those we like and cold to those we don't. But the Stoics believe that true respect is not dependent on others. It reflects our own inner character. When you show respect to everyone, it's not because they always deserve it, but because you choose not to lose yourself before anyone. A person with a stable inner core understands that the attitude of others is beyond their control, while how they react is completely up to them. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When someone behaves badly, that is their problem. Your response shows who you are." This world is not short of rude people. They may dismiss you, interrupt you, or judge you based on status, appearance, or background. But if you retaliate with contempt, you are allowing them to drag you down to the same level. The Stoics don't respond with anger, but with composure and integrity. Because respect is not surrender, it's how you keep your mind unstained by negative energy. Try to consider this. Everyone has a story you don't know. The rude person might be hurting. The cold person might be carrying fear. And the person who treats you poorly may never have been treated with kindness. When you understand that, you learn to respect them. Not because they deserve it, but because you choose not to become a worse version of yourself. Showing respect to everyone does not mean agreeing with them, nor does it mean accepting wrong behavior. You can still say no. You can still maintain your boundaries, but do so with a calm voice and steady eye contact. True power lies in the ability to remain composed, even when others lose theirs. Respect is not just how we treat others, but how we demonstrate our own worth. In a world full of judgment and competition, the person who maintains respect for all is the one who is truly free. 6. Set clear boundaries. Everyone has limits, but not everyone dares to protect them. When you stay silent for too long, others will think they can push further. They demand a little more, step a little closer, and gradually turn what makes you uncomfortable into something they take for granted. If you don't know how to say no, the world will never stop on its own. The Stoics understood that kindness does not mean letting others cross your limits. Kindness without boundaries will soon become blind self-sacrifice. We fear being misunderstood, fear being seen as selfish, so we accept more than we can bear. But the more we compromise, the more we lose our inner peace. How many times have you nodded when your heart wanted to refuse? How many times have you reluctantly agreed, only to feel angry at yourself afterward? Each time, you are teaching others that your feelings don't matter. Respecting others does not mean devaluing yourself. You can be kind, yet firm, gentle, yet clear about your limits. The Stoics view boundaries as an expression of self-respect. They don't create distance to push others away, but to protect their energy, time, and mind. A boundary is not a wall, but a locked gate. You open it to those who know how to appreciate it and close it to those who are undeserving. Remember, saying no doesn't make you cold. It makes you more honest with yourself. And when you are brave enough to protect your boundaries, you are teaching others how to treat you. The Stoics understand that you cannot maintain peace if you don't know where your limits are. Boundaries are not about closing yourself off. They are the foundation of freedom. Because only when you know where you stop can you truly live proactively and serenely. 7. Cut out negative energy. Perhaps all of us have had people or relationships that feel heavy on the mind. After every conversation, you feel exhausted instead of energized. After every attempt to help, you feel drained. Things like this, even small ones, gradually darken your soul, as if you're carrying an invisible rock on your shoulder. The Stoics don't just learn to master their emotions, they also learn to choose what is allowed to exist within their minds. Because not everyone deserves your energy and your peace. Epictetus once warned, "If you are among negative people, don't be surprised when you become like them." What you permit into your life determines your direction. Take a look around. Is there anyone who constantly makes you defensive? Is there a place that makes you feel small or anxious? Is there a habit that is making you gradually lose your balance? Cutting out negative energy isn't just about leaving people. It's also about letting go of the habits, thoughts, and environments that weaken you. Walking away from a source of bad energy is not a selfish act. It is courage. Leaving doesn't mean hating. It means acknowledging that you deserve more peace. The Stoics understand that you cannot heal in the same environment that hurt you. Sometimes, the best way to love others is to keep enough distance to protect yourself. It's like a garden. For the plants to thrive, you must cut away the dead branches. Not because they are useless, but because if kept, they will take nutrients from the living parts. Life is the same. For a healthy mind, we must learn to let go of what holds us back, whether it's a relationship, a habit, or an old belief. The Stoics choose to surround themselves with what helps them get better. Silence, inspiring people, and clear thoughts. They don't run from the world, but they know what is worthy of staying. Because they understand that when you cleanse your outer and inner space, you not only find peace, you also make room for better things to enter. These 7 strategies are not dry rules, but gentle reminders that true strength lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. We learn to prioritize ourselves, to stay calm in chaos, to set our course by our own values, and to stand firm in what we believe is right. We learn to show respect to others, to set clear boundaries, and to cut out toxic energy to keep our minds clear. Each lesson is a step on the journey back to your essential self, where stillness is no longer avoidance, but power, where kindness goes hand in hand with discipline. We are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we react to them. The Stoics do not seek a perfect life. They seek to live rightly, with reason, with dignity, and with a clean soul. Because they understand that we cannot change the current of the world, but we can learn to stand firm within that current. And perhaps that is what each of us is searching for: a tranquil mind in a noisy world, a heart that is strong yet benevolent, a life that is not easy but worthwhile. If these principles have resonated with you, let them become a part of how you live every day, in your choices, in how you confront challenges, in how you respond. Because change doesn't come from one moment of realization, but from every small action we take daily. And if you want to continue nurturing that strength and composure, please subscribe to learn together, listen together, and to become better little by little. Because ultimately, mastering your mind is truly how you master your life.